Hey guys, Goddess Ariana here. In America, we have this thing called the 4th of July, and it celebrates our independence. Of course, we all know that on July 4th, we declared our independence from Great Britain. So every year, we have these huge parties, do barbecues, we do fireworks, we celebrate in any way that we want to. But the thing is, even though we're independent from Britain now, still we're dependent everywhere else. The country now that we're more dependent on is China. So unfortunately, we're still celebrating something that we don't even have completely yet. But what's really silly is that a lot of the fireworks that we use for the 4th of July, they're not made here in America. They're made in China. And Independence Day is supposed to be about how we don't need anybody else. We provide for ourselves. We do everything ourselves. But no, we still buy things from China. If you look on tags or markings of anything that you buy, the majority of the time it will say made in China. Sometimes it has other countries like Mexico, Guatemala, Vietnam, Honduras, Nicaragua, but for the most part, it's China. And people are always complaining about, oh, there's no jobs here in America, we need more jobs. Well, all the jobs are going to the Chinese. So quit complaining about that and try to make your own stuff if you want jobs. Don't just be lazy and want cheap labor and have Chinese people do it. I wanted to do this video last year. It was around this time again, the 4th of July, and I was at a department store. And in the checkout counter, there were a lot of party favors and stuff, like for the 4th of July. Cups, plates, napkins, and even flags. And so I thought, I wonder how many of these are actually made here in America. So I decided to look at them. And for the most part, they were made in America. Like the cups, the plates, and the party favors were made in America. And then I looked at the flag thinking, yeah, it's our flag. It must be made in America. But guess where it was made in? China. Our flag was made in China. So what, are we making the Chinese flag for them? No, they can do that themselves. We're giving our jobs to China. Unfortunately, this year I went back to the same department store to check it, and actually everything that I looked there was made in America. Not the clothing, but the party favors, and I even looked at the American flag, and it was made in America. That's good. But I went to another store, and of course, the clothing is just exploding with all these patriotic things. Red, white, and blue, stars, fireworks, flags. I heart America, I heart the USA. Did a lot of them, and unfortunately, none of them were actually made in America. For the most part, they were actually made in Nicaragua. Nicaragua and Guatemala. But I couldn't help but laugh when I was looking at all these shirts and bathing suits and things like that, and I was just looking at them. They were all saying, like, I heart the USA and America, July 4th on some of them. And all of them were made in other countries. And the funny thing is, I didn't really find many Chinese-made things. But it's mostly Nicaragua, but still, China is making our stuff. And I understand that it costs more to hire people here in America to make our things. But the thing is, it's always going to cost more. Like, great ideas and good things, they usually do cost more. But the thing is, it could help save money in the future and, above all, give Americans jobs. And that's what we need. We need jobs. I need a job too. I can't just do YouTube videos. I'm not even being paid yet. A lot of the things that we can't really avoid are clothing when it comes to things being made in America. Of course, there are stores like American Apparel, and that's the only thing I can think of, that's proudly made in the USA. But American Eagle, on the other hand, it's not made in the USA. And to me, if anything has America in it or American, this should be made in the USA. Well, except if it's saying something like Death to America or Stupid American. Anyway, it is hard for me to, I don't want to be a hypocrite because I still buy things that aren't made here in America, but I am still trying. I really am trying. And of course, American Apparel, it's good. Like, I'm actually wearing a shirt that's made in America and that cost me $25 something, I don't know. Cost me a lot, unfortunately. So it's almost like it's a luxury to buy in America. But you have to do it because it gives money back to us. Because when you look at a tag and it says made in China, Mexico, Honduras, and Haiti, guess where it's going to? Not America, it's going to those countries. And we're in a recession right now, so we can't afford to have our money going somewhere else. We have to bring it back here. It's becoming a new trend now to try and go American, and I'm really happy about that. But we really need to start looking at those kind of things. And it still bums me out when I go to stores and there's an article of clothing that I really like and it's not made in America. It bums me out, but it saves me money. That's it for now, so please keep this in mind and try and spread this word around. We need to go American. Everyone's trying to be independent for the 4th of July, but we're far from independent. We still have a really long way to go. So if you stick with me at the New American Plan, then we'll be on our way to getting more jobs and going American. I'm Goddess Ariana, and have a wonderful 4th of July. Peace, love, and equality. Bye. This video is proudly made in America.